century wine press that I talked to you about in the room that we found in 1996. It is carved on a bedrock. Usually the grapes will be around. We know it's a vineyard. The whole area is a vineyard over here. It's because you can't take the grapes, plant them somewhere else, and then you have a wine press somewhere else. The wine will go bad really fast. There's no fridges, okay? So it has to be nearby over here. And mostly the villagers, it's a social thing to press the juice for wine. So the whole village will gather up and they will be happy singing and dancing. Mostly who will take off their shoes or sandals to press the grapes will be young children and young women.
I saw a woman on the Discovery Channel. She has a bunch of them, and she hires them out to keep the float for them. Right.
Sit here in the shade. But we'll be coming back now.
He would be like you, what you call it today, a businessman over here. People line up and do their harvest for the oil. But mostly what over here would be the synagogue and their houses, and the head of the village would be living over here. We're going to open up that soon. You know, the head of the village will have a house too. These all from now on are replica, okay? We're going through replicas that we build ourselves with historians and archaeologists that helped us 10 years around researching how to do this. This is an olive press, a replica, a copy. It works. Kids come and they do this in October. I'll show you there's olives on the trees already, but it's a replica. Are we all in? Yes?
Yes.
This is my friend, he's my best friend. Joseph, he's real nice. But he's the carpenter for the village. And carpenting in the 1st century would consist of tools, okay? Not a lot of furniture, for your knowledge. They don't have a lot of furniture, maybe little chairs and tables. His tools, talk about his tools, chisels, okay? He told me he would sharpen his tools. This is a soft edged stone and he puts a little bit of oil on it. It can sharpen the tools. The rough edged stone would use it as a sanding paper for the wood. And the odds, the one he's using is part hammer, part axe. Okay, and everybody knows the plane, shaves the wood. And his favorite thing, what he does, usually we saw the threshing board down there, right? Just a sample, and we saw the winnowing fork down there, right? So this is what the carpenter is doing. A mason job, his mason is behind you. He would do stones. There's a little bit higher.
Wow.
You like?
Battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When my battery dies, I'll just get me one of these.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna take you up to the Weaver house, but please, while we're going up the stairs, to watch your heads, okay? I'm still waiting for some people.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. My friend Hanni over here. Hi.
Hi, hello. Good evening.
She's the weaver for the village. The wool, we're talking about the wool, and they shear it in the summer. If you noticed by the harvest, the threshing floor, there were some wool over there. And it would be dirty on the sheep, so after they shear it, they put it to wash it and then dry it very well. And then it goes through a comb, like this one, to soften the wool and comb in it. The results will be soft, and long to make a thread. But first, they have to make colors of the wool to make clothing, Colors would consist of natural surroundings that they have around. And if you boil a little bit of water, a little bit of vinegar, and throw some saffron in there, will give you this color. We saw the almond trees. The almond peels would give you this color.
Walnuts.
No? Walnuts. Yeah. Walnuts. She corrected me. She's like walnuts. Yeah, the walnuts will give it kind of greenish. These are onion peels. It's the color of an onion peel. And this is pomegranate. And what do you think if we combine both these together will give us this color? Okay. These are natural colors of the sheep. And I asked her, what is this? She says, all kind of combination of colors together. And these, we'll talk about it, these are royalty colors. They're very expensive, and not a lot of people can afford them at that time. They're from two kinds of sea snail from the Mediterranean Sea. And she says thousands or hundreds of them will give you one drop. So you can imagine. And then he has to ride on the donkey and go get them too. So after they do that, it goes through a spindle. She's going to show you how they do a thread to go on the loom over here.
Oh.
Esa juta, ¿sabes? Something that you learned from something that they do in the family?
تعلمتي من العالم بتعرف تحكي
לא, אני למדתי לבד. אף אחד לא לימד אותי. פרקטיס. כן.
What is she doing? She's taking one yes, one no, one yes,
Yes,
one no?
yes.
Yeah.
That's weaving.
Okay.
A little oil man.
That's small, Tina, did you see that? Small. That's their storage, that's the storage of the food. Oh yeah, so this side will be bigger. She said, watch her head, I didn't have to watch my head.
Before I start about the synagogue, these windows are narrow from the outside and they are wide from inside. That's the trick for the natural cool system and the lighting that goes in the synagogue over here. And you saw the cooling in the olive press too, same way, right? Same windows, okay? That's the trick. This synagogue is a replica of the ones ruined in Masada and Gamla. I was in the Masada one, but I wasn't in the Gamla one. There are two ruins of, they were destroyed in the 1st century and never rebuilt again, but they found them. They found these ruins. I was in the Masada, and these are, they told me, a shape of a heart. Post 2, that would mean these are the heart of the synagogue over here. This back storage over here you see is that we took a replica of the Qumran scrolls that they were discovered. What they do is, because the synagogue today is only for prayers, but at the time of Jesus, it was multi-purpose use during the week. So they had to store the scrolls during the week when they're not using it in jars like this, that we took a replica from the Qumran scrolls, and they put it in the back storage area. The ceiling over here, because I'm going to tell you everything about the synagogue. They would put that on the 1st layer and the 3rd. In the middle, just a dry soil, dry red soil from the outside. If you're wondering how they layered in the temple, did Jesus, the leopard man from the top, these beams will be a little bit further. We can't do that. They're not allowing us for security reasons, okay? We did not change anything. These are natural materials we built the synagogue with. There is nothing, there's no cement over here or anything. In Hebrew, the synagogue calls a Bet Knesset, house of gathering, which means they use it to gather up like we're gathering today, and they use it for a courthouse. Kids come to school to learn in the synagogue. We talked about it between the age of 5 and the age of 12.
Don't forget your little lamp.
I just don't want to miss any